Hello everyone! Welcome to this game. So, this is not technically, or literally even, the first time that I have played this game. Years ago, I tried streaming it at YouTube. I made it around halfway through before bad things happened, which unfortunately were entirely my fault. You see, at the time, not only was I streaming this game once a week, but I was also taking Let's Play requests on my Patreon account, so just about every day I had a Let's Play episode to make for someone, and this was back in the days when I was editing every single episode. Additionally, I also took stream requests here at Twitch, meaning someone who paid a high enough tier at Patreon could request that I could do a stream at pretty much any point, and just about of any game, regardless whether it was a game that interested me or not. To say that I was overworked is an understatement. And you could really tell I was just not having fun making videos anymore. And unfortunately, things came to a head midway through this game when I got really mad about a minor issue I had with the game and proceeded to insult one of the game's creators. Once again, Lantis, I am sorry. Unfortunately, that was the end of that run. Thankfully, I have gotten a lot better at time management since then. For one thing, I do not do Patreon requests anymore, my streams aren't as long anymore, and most importantly, I take multiple breaks during each stream. The breaks are definitely helpful, I can tell you that right now. Well, with my time management situation taken care of, I am now ready to tackle this game once again. This is Arath. It is a game created with RPG Maker 1 on the original PlayStation. It's about these college kids who wind up getting transported to a fantasy world that they now have to save. The game's two creators, Lantis and Sarah's Knight, spent 10 years working on this game. A lot of that time was actually spent writing the game's cutscenes. RPG Maker 1 does not have keyboard support, and the cutscenes in this game are impressively long. Like, no joke, half the game is gameplay and the other half is dialogue. If you're not a fan of long cutscenes, you probably won't like this game. I, however, am totally okay with long cutscenes, as long as they are well written anyway. The question is, are the cutscenes in this game well written? Well, we're about to find out. Before we start a new game, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the extras because, unless I'm misremembering, this is the only opportunity to go ahead and head in here. So let's go ahead and check out the Arath trailer. This is pretty much going to play out kind of like the opening of Super Mario RPG, if you've played that, showing various scenes from the game to get excited over, like fighting some ghost thing there, sailing a ship with a fairy. I mean, it's a fantasy game. Of course there's going to be fairies. Yeah, this is definitely bringing back some memories here. Recognizing some of the characters that are being shown off, and remembering some of the things that have happened. Yeah, since I've already played this game, it is, of course, not entirely blind. At least the first half of the game. Once we get into the second half, then it's definitely going to be blind from there. I think knowing how this game begins is going to be an advantage for me, though. Gonna have a pretty good idea anyway of what I need to do, who the characters are, and the story. Will be easier to understand what's going on. thanks to that. I don't think I ever encountered a floating island. That's probably further into the game. Hello, Wario Land. Wario Land says, just popping in for a second to say, good luck, have fun, and enjoy yourself. Oh, I intend to. This is a good day for me, and I hope that it remains being good. So let's learn more about Arath. And we got ourselves a talking chicken. I remember you. Greetings, aspiring adventurer. I am the one famously called Helpful Poultry. Yep, definitely remember you. I am here to provide you some basic instructions on Arath. Please let me know what you want to hear about. I'm probably going to go ahead and go through all of these. Most of this stuff I probably already know, but considering how long Lantis and Sarah's Knight spent making this game, I want to be able to show off as much of this game as I can. Oh, which reminds me, the game has a guide that came with it. I forgot to load that up. Well, it's the beginning of the game. I probably won't need it yet. So let's start with world map movement. The first thing you need to know is about the world map. Not all paths from town to town are straightforward. You will need to press X at each joint in the path to continue to the destination you want. Will that be all? Not yet. Please let me know. I didn't think that he would go to another message quite yet. I am at the very least going to speed through the instructions. We don't need to spend too much time in tutorialage. So let's learn the basics. Now for techs. Techs are strong physical attacks that cost HP to use. Yeah, I forgot that the game had those. You learn techs by leveling up, just like magic, but you may only learn a maximum of 7 at a time. Once you have progressed through the story to a set point, you will be able to learn another set of anywhere from 1 to 7 techs. Will that be all? Not yet. Please let me know what you want to hear about. Classes of magic. This is kind of important. Now for magic. You will learn new magic spells by leveling up. There are 4 different classes of magic: fire, water, thunder, and terra. Every enemy has one of the 4 attributes, so they will be weak to something. This is how magic breaks down. Fire. An enemy that is fire-based will only take a 1/4 of the normal damage that a fire spell will do. Water spells, however, will cause 50% more damage than normal, and thunder spells can only cause half their normal damage. Water. Water-based enemies take only a 1/4 of the normal damage of a water spell. Thunder spells deal 50% more damage than normal, and fire spells deal only half of their normal damage. Thunder. Thunder-based enemies take only a 1/4 of the normal damage of thunder spells. I wonder how much of this was copy-pasted. Using fire-based spells on them will cause 50% more damage than normal, and water-based spells will only cause half of their normal damage. Terra. Terra magic is special. Enemies that are Terra-based will not be weak or strong against any of the other 3 elements, along with Terra. All 4 elements of magic will cause their normal damage when used against Terra-based enemies. So to simplify, here is a chart. It shows which element is best to use to maximize the damage you can deal. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So technically, this is the title screen function of RPG Maker, but Lantis and Sarah's Knight have used it instead to show the chart for this, which is actually really helpful. So fire versus lightning, lightning versus water, water versus fire. The fire and lightning situation is not going to be terribly easy to remember, but I'll just remember the part where water douses fire, and use Oh, I can't think of what it is. Process of elimination, in order to figure out the other two. In fact, it makes sense. Lightning zaps water and water douses fire. So, process of elimination, fire must be good against lightning. Remember this, and it may prevent your adventure through Elvenia from coming to a tragic end. Will that be all? Yes, thank you. For more information, check the website that came with this game. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You will find useful information such as a full walkthrough as well as other features. That's about it. The rest you should pick up on in the game. Good luck! Strikeback says that fire versus lightning must be confusing for Fire Emblem fans. Well, good news is I'm not a Fire Emblem fan. Oh, and look out for me in the game as well. Oh, I'll be keeping an eye out for you. So, of course, we gotta go through this every time. Not a big deal, it's pretty cool looking, and it's short. So what else do we have here? More extras. View credits, save that for last. Battle Arena expansion. I can't remember if that was ever released. So we'll ignore it. Probably beneficial to wait until my characters are a little stronger anyway. Or strong at all, considering I haven't even started. Oh look, we're starting! Yes, I'm sure we're starting. That is evidently a cool effect. I know how it's done. It's a pretty simple effect, but still cool. Now then, Elvenia. J House presents. My beloved Elvenia, and its inhabitants whom I love so very much. Atlantis and Eagle Original Remastered. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This is a remake of a game that Atlantis once created years ago, and the original game was awful. Supposedly awful, never released. So Atlantis got together with Sarah's Knight and remade it. At the time they started, Sarah's Knight was named Eagle, which is why it's L&E Productions. Our beautiful, precious world is beginning to fall apart at the seams. Hosted by RPG Maker Magazine. However, I cannot show fear, not before Elvenia's greatest nightmare. Elenia Celestios Arc Arath. This means our love bonds eternal. So, technically this game is called Bonds Eternal? He's coming! He is coming! Serena, save us! And we meet our first character. Uri. I think it's Uri. What a tiring day. But I suppose a man's work is never done. At least I can chill with the homies tonight instead of worrying about studying... Oh, that was the end of the sentence. So, as a reminder, the game stars college students. Yeah, as if I ever do that anyway. Man, I'm a bit late getting to Magnolia. The others better not have ordered the pizza already just to spite me. Uri Isley, the main protagonist in our story. He is a proud member of the alternative socials class in the American college, but unlike his three friends, Lynn, Josh, and Dusk, Uri attends a 2-year college known as SAU Tech in the nearby town to the north of Magnolia, known as Camden. If this is taking place in America, I'm wondering if these towns and the college are actually real. As the leader of our band of heroes in the story, he easily shows the greatest concern for his allies' well-being, yet tries not to dwell too much on the suffering that befalls the people of Elvania, whom he fights to save, as he sees excessive sympathy and compassion to be a potential flaw in a hero's armor. Also really likes pizza. Well, of course, who doesn't like pizza? Unless you were raised on school cafeteria pizza, which is not real pizza, but a bread tingle, and it is awful. Oh, I almost forgot. By the way, I'm the anonymous narrator of this story. Since the characters in an RPG Maker 1 game seem to be incapable of doing much more than speaking, I'll have to step in from time to time to narrate their actions. Watch for me! It looks like Lynn is already back from the school, but Dusk must still be there flirting with innocent young college girls, or his head is still bent low over that stupid chemistry exam that he was studying all week for. What a nerd. Oh well, me and the other two guys will go ahead and order the freaking pizza with or without him. It's already late in the afternoon. And do I get control? Yes, I do. So this is the homie's house, I assume. And I think that's a save point. Ooh, treasure! Found one root beer. Okay, before I find out what a root beer is, wanted to make sure there's no other treasure. Doesn't seem to be. So let's go ahead and check out the menu. Items. Root beer, heals 30 HP. We got antidotes, which is good, because the first dungeon has poisonous enemies. Ward Spear, encounter down. Oh yeah, this is a really good item right here. It actually lures encounters to the point where they don't happen. Stripe back in the string chat there says, I wish root beer healed you in real life. You know, if that were the case, I would actually drink it. As it stands, I do not like root beer. So, there's Uri. He is a Prian? Sure. Various stats. No magic yet. Has 100 gold pieces. No equipment. He's got upper tech, or upper cut as a tech. And this being a tech means he uses 4 HP to cause 20 damage. How much health does he have again? 36? That's not bad. Let me go into settings real quick. Cursor speed. Bump that all the way up. Battle message speed. I'll put it on fast. Any faster and battle messages simply don't appear at all, and that includes like spell names and letting you know when somebody is poisoned. That information is kind of important, so we'll set it to fast. These two options I'll ignore. Background color, sure. Let me go with We'll go with kind of a pinkish color. Maybe not the best color suited for this game, but I want pink because I like pink. Now, am I correct in assuming this is a save point? Yes. I'll go ahead and save right here. Anything else? Nope. Let's go ahead and head in here and see what happens. Well, there's a friend of ours. Let's go ahead and explore first. Can't interact with a book. Can't interact with a whole lot, actually. I'm sure I'll find something. Ignoring you. Let's check this book, because I at least know this one is for real. The title on the cover of this book reads, Little Woman. Haha, this may have somehow wound up in Lynn's room, but there is no doubt in my mind that this book actually belongs to Dusk. I should have known that his heart would go out to a girl like Beth when she dies of scarlet fever, despite her not even being a real person, but just a character of fictional literature. And what's wrong with that? What an idiot. Oh man, how Lynn, Josh, and I are going to enjoy making fun of him for years to come for this. Oh? What's this next to the book? Found one antidote. Oh, well, it was worth making fun of him then, if I got a healing thing. Can I interact with it again? Nope. How about you? So this is Lynn. What's up, Barry? I was just getting off the phone with my boss, telling him he's even more senile than I thought if he actually expects me to forego the pizza tonight just to go all the way over into El Dorado to work for him. Okay, that's funny. Also, I definitely know El Dorado is a real place in America. North America, in fact. United States. Ha! Dusk apparently still hasn't finished that exam over at the school yet, though. Anyways, just remember that, whatever happens next from here on out today, you're the group leader. That was a pretty transparent foreshadowing of things to come, by the way. Okay. To change the subject, does Josh have to work tonight as well? Yeah, so we won't have a fourth for poker. That's unfortunate. But, kind of think of it, Josh has been missing from the last several nights we've all hung out. Who knows what he's really been up to, aside from his loser part-time job. Oh, I remember what Josh is up to. It'll be a bit before we get to that, though. Watch your words carefully, Lynn. Remember that you are not but the assistant manager of a hotel run by an illegal immigrant for $6.25 an hour, and me and Dusk work for our weekends at, well, Bella's. Lynn Cadence, the second hero in our story. Though he normally tends to stay the least serious of the bunch, and is always trying to lighten the moods of his friends whenever they are down, Lynn seems to actually show the most sympathy and compassion for the creatures of the otherworldly planet known as Elvenia whenever misfortune and tragedy befalls them, whom he has been called upon to save in the story. Just to clarify, these characters have not actually been transported to the fantasy world of Elvenia yet. The narrator is just letting us know what's going to be. Soon to graduate from SAU in Magnolia, Lynn plans to immediately say goodbye to El Dorado and Magnolia and hit it big somewhere out there in civilization. He acts as a freelance musician in his spare time, and, though he'll never admit, he really likes women with pointed ears. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing soon. And we got ourselves a cutscene change, introducing our third character. However, those breaks that I've been talking about, I think we should go ahead and head into our first episode break of today's stream. Be right back.